I took a good look at myself. I got a little older and put the bottle back on the shelf. I got a little older. I put away those childish things. I got a little older. Well, I got a little older.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MaxSpeedTV, where tonight we are at Talladega, the big, the bad, the mean and crazy fast Talladega. And with me tonight is a very special but a very tired Randy Post, as he has been out running around chasing things. And Randy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, KR. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Getting ready for some exciting super speedway action here at Talladega. First race of the chase. Playoffs are happening. Chase race number 1. That's going to be a heck of a race tonight.
Yeah, super excited. Super speedway racing is kind of like my little home, and I love getting ready to watch it and talk about how these guys are doing everything.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting chase. We got 5 races in the chase. This is race number 1. So our drivers, some of them have green bars on the spoilers and whatnot. So we'll see if everyone has them. It's going to be a good time out here tonight. Speaking of a good time, though, up in the broadcast booth with us is a guy who is sponsoring tonight's race, and that is Jordan Wright. Jordan, how you doing out there tonight?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you, KR.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, tonight's race is the Omni Feed and Supply 250. First of all, tell us a little bit about Omni.
So Omni Feed and Supply is a feed store for livestock and pets that I started when I was in high school as my FFA project, and it's just grown from there thanks to community support. Now we have a website that you can buy nationwide.
And the link is provided down below in the video description of our YouTube chat, or not YouTube chat, video. What can people find there on the Omni Feed and Supply webpage?
You can find pet supplies and pet food and treats for your dogs and your cats, and then all orders that are $49 or more ship free. If you're within 20 miles of Findlay, Ohio, your order ships same day, 7 days a week. And you actually receive it same day, 7 days a week if your product's in stock at our store.
Well, that's cool, man. Checkered flag is falling here on the practice session, so we're going to let you go get ready to qualify. But before we do, what do you think of your chances for tonight's race?
I think my chances are about as good as anybody. I'm going to sit in the back and wait till that third stage because I'm not in the chase anymore.
All right, Jordan. Well, good luck to you, and thanks for coming out here and making this broadcast possible tonight.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that is Jordan Wright, the driver, and tonight's sponsor. As I stuck him in the wrong room. I apologize, Jordan. But Randy, qualifying's getting underway.
Yeah, and we've got a couple guys out on track right now. Looks like Dwayne Cooper, Kelly Milam, Robert Payne, Scott Bellum, Crystal Walker, Derek Connolly, DJ Mitchell, Josh Milam are all out on track as this very second.
Dwayne Cooper in that 00. He is a chase driver here tonight. So we will keep a close eye on these guys. Like I said, some of them are going to have the green spoilers and green on their splitters. Kind of help them stand out. I think it makes the car pop really nice. And yeah, what do you think, Randy?
I love it. I'm all about trying new things and seeing how things work, especially in a season 1 of a league like this.
Yeah, this is you know, the inaugural season for the OP Racing Superspeedway Series, and that means this is the inaugural chase for them, first time through the playoffs. So, you know, things are gonna be interesting out here tonight.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see a lot of great racing. We'll see a lot of 3 wide on this wide Talladega Superspeedway at 2.66 miles around this course. It is a long beast, but it's a lot of fun to drive.
Scott Bellum in the 07, he is getting up to speed. He is out on track right now. Scott Bellum barely missing the chase. Was listed as an alternate, but it looks like all of our chase drivers have shown up tonight. So the alternate's got to be a little disappointed in that, being that close and just not able to get there.
Yeah, which is really unfortunate. I mean, you don't want people to miss an opportunity, but you kind of want to get your leg in there a little bit and have a foot in the door.
Josh Milam in the 7 machine. Right now he's posted the second quickest time as Scott Bellum has gone to the top of the charts. So Dwayne Cooper, Josh Milam, those are our chase drivers. They're sitting second and third. Tristan Walker, he is also in the chase in that 17 machine. He right now has a 4th fastest time. And we're going to start seeing some more and more times click in here as these guys start running their fast lap times.
Oh yeah, we've got a couple more people out on their flyer lap, or not their flyer lap, but their warm-up lap as well. They've got another, can't see the thing there, but it looks like I think we've got another 7 minutes left of qualifying, so lots of time to put in your 2 laps and have a chance to get on top of the board, as Kelly Milam is on top right now.
Kelly Milam in the 46 jumping to the top of the charts. You know, as a chase driver, I think being out front would kind of be where I want to be, but at the same time, sitting all the way in the back of this looks like a safe place to be. But this league only does super speedway races, so this isn't a wild card like you would see in some leagues. This is their playground. You have to go all the time in these, it seems like.
Yeah, and you know, there's so much strategy that can happen with this type of racing. You can start in the back, fall back for a while, avoid the first couple wrecks, run up front, not use fast repair right away. Or you could run up front and really chance it and try to get those stage win points and everything else, all while being up front all night and getting laps led and possibly fastest qualifying lap.
How important is a stage win here on the opening stage?
I think it'll carry a lot of momentum. I haven't looked at what their points breakdown is going to be for the stage wins for the chase, but I think if you're in the chase and you get a stage win on the first stage of the chase, it's going to carry a lot of momentum into the rest of the race and for sure into the rest of the chase.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got some fast cars out there, and we got a decent sized field showing up tonight. So very exciting times here in the playoffs as Jacob Sayers in the 39 machine. He is running that yellow line here, coming across the line, and he is going to jump from 16th place. And by jump, I mean he's going to stay in 16th place. So he did not improve on that lap. He turned a 53.599 as his fastest lap.
We've got Stephen Herman in the 71 coming out of the pits right now to start his qualifying run. As well as Glenn Bundren coming out right now to do his qualifying lap.
Glenn has been away for a little bit. Glad to see him back in the 37 machine.
Stephen Herman on the backstretch of his warm-up lap right now. Getting that thing wound up, and I know we talk about this all the time, and these guys want to run the high line to get as much speed as possible into the car, burn off a little bit more fuel, get those tires warmed up so they're a little bit more grippier, but you see this a lot. Whoever can hold that top line the highest is definitely at an advantage. You want to get that whole car up above that white line, and you can definitely use that white line to judge where to put the car on that high side.
Burning off the fuel and making the lap longer is the goal here, and that's why they're so close to the wall on these opening laps, their out lap and then the first lap. Gets the car a little bit lighter, and it really makes a difference here on these super speedway tracks.
And it brings you thousandths of a second faster.
Want to give a shout out to everyone in YouTube chat. Thank you very much for joining us, especially Mr. Trillion all the way from Belgium. Randy, you didn't know it, but now we're international superstars.
Oh, I like that.
So appreciate it. Ken Pryor saying hello. Chase Berry, who's out on track and also promoting himself in YouTube chat. Very, very classy, Chase.
That's a rookie move. That's a rookie move.
It's good time, man. I'll tell you what. I remember the first time I was in a broadcast. I was like, "Hey, that's me."
I think I still have the very first broadcast that I was in. Is I have like a picture of me wrecking.
Oh, beautiful. All right, guys. As we like to do here on MaxSpeedTV, the national anthem coming right at you. So please join us. And as the guy says, remove your hats. We'll be right back to bring you some racing action.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is just now starting to take to the grid, and that means it's time to walk through our qualifying lineup. Row number 1 will be Ernie Williams Jr. and Kelly Milam on his outside, so Chase drivers already locking out the front row trying to set the tone here early. Give me just 1 second as I click the wrong button and now regret my life choices. Row number 2 will be Derek Conley in the 28 and Jordan Wright in the 95. We got to talk to Jordan in a pre-race interview. I thought that was pretty cool about him starting this in high school, and it's still running strong today. Row 3, Lynn McNeese and Travis Elliott. Row 4 will be Robert Payne and Chase Berry in the 11. Row 5 will be Glenn Bundren and DJ Mitzel. Randy, you want to take it away?
All right, row 6 is going to be Aspen Belvin and Stephen Herman. Row 7 is going to be Dwayne Cooper and Tristan Walker. Row 8 is going to be Alex Green and Scott Bellum. Row 9, Joshua Milam and Jacob Sayers. Row 10, Mark Vega and Cody Elderid. Row 11, Joshua Durham and Cody Ober. Row 12 is going to be Richard Fletcher, and that's going to round out tonight's field.
So, a very deep field of talented drivers. Any one of these guys could win, as we've had all but one repeat winner since MaxSpeedTV took over. Did I say that right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. We have only had one repeat winner. That is Anthony Poston, since this league has been broadcasted on MaxSpeedTV. And he has not made it out here tonight, so we will see if we can get either another new winner or if we're going to see one of these chase drivers pick up the win, or even someone who's not in the chase just you know, kind of make the statement, hey, I am here.
Yeah, I don't want to pick who chase or non-chase. I just want to see a good race and see these guys run tight, run fast, and run clean.
It's big, it's fast, it's Talladega. These guys like to try and run pretty close here, but they got room to run 3 and 4 wide with a sprint of about 20 laps to stage number 1. We'll see just how fast and close these guys are willing to push it. I'll tell you, for me, I don't know, man. If I'm in the chase, I don't know what to do here. I think I just have to go back to what got me into the chase. If I had a strategy where I stayed up front, that's what I would do. If I had a strategy that I stayed out back, I think that's where I would be.
Oh my goodness, we're at Talladega. I'm in the wrong race.
Well, that explains so much.
No, I'm watching them come out of turn 4 here under the pace, getting ready for the green flag to drop. And this is a lot of anticipation for these guys to see them patiently waiting around this monstrous track at Talladega and see them anxiously wait to go green for 94 laps tonight. It's going to be a long race, lots of time to work your way to the front if you're in the back, and lots of time to race, I guess. But the pace car is off, and Ernie Williams is bringing him to the line here, and everyone knows that has raced here on Talladega. There's a long wait for that green flag to come out after the pace car dives off, due to the start-finish line placement being way at the end of pit road. But the green flag should be out here. There it is. Green flag is out. Ernie Williams leads these guys to the line with Kelly Milam on his outside, Jordan Wright behind them, and Derek Connolly on the inside line, second on the inside line. Guys making their moves to the outside already, looking to go 3 wide to the front already. I think that is the 51 of Travis Elliott making his way. He's going to look outside. I don't think anybody's going to bite with him. I think people want to just settle and figure out what the plan is for the rest of this race. As we do have a stage, but I don't remember exactly what lap that's on.
Our stages will be broke up by lap 20 and lap 40, and then the final one, checkered flag waves, on lap 94.
We had one dive off little bit early. I'm gonna try and figure out. That was Glenn Bundren dove off the track and went to the back. Didn't want to be up with those guys. Kind of wanted to run that I want to hang out in the back strategy for now until maybe some wrecks happen. So maybe he's anticipating something that we're not seeing, and he just wants to play it safe here tonight.
He's got help in the form of the 43 of Richard Fletcher, so those two could work together here. Stay within striking distance, especially striking distance of not going a lap down here in stage number 1. And that's something that could happen this early if you lost the draft. So it's very important that these two work together and stay nice and formed up and not lose time and go a lap down.
And you know, these cars at this track alone, they do about 180, but when you're in the group that this front group is in, you can do upwards of 200 miles an hour. And I know that's not a lot of speed difference, but when you're alone and you're in that draft, that's so much difference. You just have a lot of momentum going into the corners. You're able to carry speed more through the corners in the draft, and only a couple laps you can be a lap down if you're by yourself due to the momentum that front pack is going to have.
Ernie Williams in the 91 machine. He's out front. He's down on the inside line. But we do have two cars working the high side here. And that is the 51 of Travis Elliott and the 95, that is the 11 of Chase Berry, as they are going to try the high side and make something happen. Just two cars versus a whole lot more, and they're making it work.
Yeah, and that comes from the side draft. The side draft really helps, and you see the 39 of Jacob Sayers is going to take to the high side as well and help these guys out and advance a position while he does it. So maybe we can get quite the group up there as well, as I see another car pulling up. I think that is the 8 of Cody Eldred.
The 8 of Cody Ober.
Cody Ober, I am sorry, but Cody Ober bringing it to the outside and looking, I don't know. Oh, yep, I lied. I thought the 3 was Cody Ober. I'm sorry. But lots of momentum on that outside line, and I think if we get a couple more cars, these guys will be running side by side with really no give, as the 51 of Travis Elliott is out front right now in the lead for this second, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold the lead before the lap lead point by the time we get to the line, as he does lead the lap this time by with Chase Berry hugged onto the nose of Travis Elliott.
Man, Chase gave Elliott a huge shove down the front stretch. That did allow him to lead that lap. And then Elliott drops down in the middle lane here, and here comes Chase Berry on the high side. Jordan Wright on the 95 down on the bottom. He's hugging that yellow line. Down the back stretch, we are still 3 wide. Into turn number 3 we go. These guys, no one's really giving an inch, but everyone seems to be giving a mile right now, as they're not trying to kill each other yet.
Yeah, and what's cool about this track is you have those lanes divided by the white lines all the way around the track, so it makes running 3 wide a lot easier. But right here, as you see, they're going through this tri-oval. I know a lot of the lines don't exactly stay the way they're supposed to. There's 4 lines in the tri-oval, where there's 3 in the corners in the backstretch. So it can be kind of confusing sometimes for people who haven't driven this track as much, to where they need to know. Ooh, as Travis Elliott is going around out of turn 2 and collects the whole field. Lots of cars up in that one.
Chase Berry looks like he's stuck in reverse. He is hauling it down the backstretch, still in reverse. There he spins it around right in front of the 17 of Tristan Walker. So we're going to back this up, as we have got some mayhem early on in stage number 1. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. We saw the crash happening from the front row. It's the 51 of Travis Elliott down in that middle lane here. Kelly Milam in the 46 pushing on him. Looks like he just hooks him, and then it collects the rest of the field, and that 51 went for a wild ride.
Yeah, he even got airborne for a little bit there. Oh man, a lot of good cars caught up in that one. really unfortunate to see that happen on lap 6. I mean, we've got a lot of racing left, but I mean that opens up the door for a lot of other guys like the 95 of Jordan Wright, as well as the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Gives them a chance to pit, make sure they're good on fuel for the rest of the stage, possibly make it a couple adjustments if they need to, and get it back out there up front as well.
All right, so speaking of pit road, everyone is on the pit road. Well, I shouldn't say everyone, but several drivers have hit pit road to repair some damage. Jordan Wright and the 95 coming down pit road, along with the 46 Kelly Milam. These guys will need a pit stop to make it to the end here. This should do it for them to hit the end of the stage. So we're seeing a little bit of different strategies.
Yeah, the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. stayed out, as well as Derek Connolly, Scott Bellum, and Tristan Walker. Maybe they're anticipating another caution to happen and have enough fuel, or to just stay out front here.
Alright, so field is going to work to form up. Right now, our race leader is the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Guys, we'll be right back after this.
MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop if you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field starting to form up as the lights have just gone out on the pace car. We are working our first caution of the night. Looks like everyone has been able to get back out on track. The only one that has suffered a lost lap will be Chase Berry in the 11 machine, but it's still early. Chase can recover very nicely in this situation. If we stay green the whole way, he would be most likely the first car one lap down and get his lap back. So Randy, these guys, with Chase going down a lap here, as a driver on these Super Speedway Series, you know what it's like to go a lap down. How hard is it to come back from this?
I know what it's like to be many laps down. I've been 2 laps down and still came back and finished in the top 3. It's all about how you manage it. If you got to be smart about your pit stops and being around where you are. I've seen a guy actually in a different race. He was 11 laps down. He showed up to the race late and finished on the lead lap. Granted, that was due to like a lot of cautions, but it did happen.
Hey, stranger things have happened. Nothing? No?
Is that supposed to be a TV show? I've heard people talk about it, but I don't know. I
have too. I haven't watched it. Maybe it's not as good as they say it is, because neither one of us has watched it.
No. I'm all about American Horror Story.
Alright, well, lights are out on the pace car. Field is working its way out of turn number... I got my shoes on, so I can't count that high. But here we go, folks. Hold on to your hats. Let's get ready to go once again, as the field is coming at you. The long wait before they can accelerate. Hey, I'm a poet and didn't know it. Oh my goodness, this the puns today. 91 machine of Ernie Williams out front with Derek Conley on his outside. Those guys are going to be looking for some good pushing from the 07 and 17. And here we go. Green flag is out. Ernie Williams gets a jump over Derek Conley, and Scott Bellum in the 07 going to go right there with him. They dive down into turn number 1 side by side. The field continues to go that way. How long before we see 3 wide? Well, looks like the 51's going to run on the bottom here, so we may not see someone brave enough to go to the high side just yet, as that guy is usually one of the first ones up there.
Yeah, we've got about 9 laps left in the stage, and we do have 3 cars going on that high side. It looks like the 39 of Jacob Sayers, the 17 of Tristan Walker, and I didn't get to catch that 3rd car, but it might be
Aspen Belvin in the
Aspen
84.
Belvin. And I know you're always a big fan of him because he's got the Punisher logo, so I'm sure you spotted that car a mile away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tristan Walker made it. Is that Tristan Walker? No.
Tristan more contact. Scott Bellum going around with Dwayne Cooper. They're going to collect Cody Eldred.
Caution is out again.
Not something our chase driver Dwayne Cooper wanted to have happen. Not this early on. We're watching the replay here. Dwayne Cooper cuts up in front of the 14 of Cody Eldred. And then it looks like a bit of netcode in with the 07. So Dwayne going to the high side, back down to the bottom, and then falling a victim to a little bit of netcode. That was not what he wanted to have going down here before stage number 1.
No, that's really going to put a damper on his race, because now not only is he damaged, he's going to be in the back of the field. And, oh man, that is... I don't know what's going on with the whole netcode thing, but he was a solid 2-3 feet away from Scott Bellum there.
You know, one of the things about netcode is it does try to predict where you're going to be and how the cars are going to react. And unfortunately, it gets it wrong sometimes. But I really think it starts when Dwayne went from the high side to the low side. I think maybe if he just kind of found somewhere to ride that he was comfortable and not switch back and forth like he did, could have maybe avoided that.
Well, you know, that sometimes the spotters tell you something and it's not exactly what's happening, and it causes you to go back to where you were, which the door could have been closed there too. So you know, I can't blame the guy, because he did notice that the 14 of Cody Eldred was up there. He came back down to where he was and tried to make it stick, and it didn't stick because the door was closed there already. So I mean, you can't blame the guy for trying to avoid caution number 1 and just ended up having caution number 2.
Can I blame you?
I mean, you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Heck yeah, I am. I do what I want. So caution number 2 is Randy's fault tonight.
Can't wait to see that on the live Facebook video tomorrow.
For those of you who don't know, Dwayne Cooper likes to go and do a live Facebook video, a little bit of a post-race commentary, if you will. And they are all the rage in the OP Racing Superspeedway Series Facebook page. It's a good time.
Great time. They're always pretty comical as well.
Yeah, that they are. So the field under caution once again, guys. Ernie Williams so far has led the most laps with 5 laps led. That's not very many for having completed 14, but we have had 7 lead changes already. So these guys really mixing it up out front. We have had 7 different leaders, so those lead changes weren't just between 2 sets of drivers. We've got 7 different leaders out here.
Which is to be expected. I mean, for Speedway racing is, you see positions change constantly. There's never going to be a second in Super Speedway racing to where they're going to all be single file running around this track 94 times. It's just not going to happen. So, especially these guys, we've already seen it tonight. They love running 3 wide. They love running double file. And that's where your positions are going to change a lot, because whatever line has the most people in it is going to be the one that's going to have more power to get ahead.
You know, Randy, we're watching the same race. Are your cars digging into the side of the track as they go through the corners?
Not one bit.
Not one bit, huh? So what
Not
you're
one
saying
bit.
is it's my fault?
You take what you want from that.
Man, I gotta figure out what's going on. It happened in this iRacing build. I'm not 100% sure what's happening, but it's like the cars are losing contact with what is actually supposed to be the visible surface. They go
You know what
into
I
the
can
corner.
do?
What?
I can send you my INI file after the race, and you can test it out, and we can try that.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. I like the way
Right.
you're thinking.
I like the way I think too.
Well, I sure hope so. I'll tell you what, man, this is crazy. Lights are still on the pace car, so you want to talk about the weather?
It's rained here for 4 days.
Has it? Where you at?
Delaware,
Oh,
which stinks because we got a NASCAR race next week here.
well, maybe the rain's just trying to get done before the NASCAR race shows up.
Highly doubtful.
Ha. You know what? It was a beautiful 70 degrees and cloudy here where I live, and very excited about that. Got a break from this what seemed like a long summer. Very hot all day, all summer long. It was rough.
Was it like RUFF or like ROUGF?
Well, look, I can't spell either one of those words, so yes.
Okay. Because, you know, yeah, I agree with David Overstreet here.
Yeah.
We should talk to Derek.
Let's get.
But I know Tristan.
Oh, Derek,
Ooh.
KR, and Randy up in the broadcast booth. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
We're doing
Good.
great. We're just wondering, how many clothes are you ironing per lap?
Well, I've already got my pants pressed. Right now, I'm waiting to try to grab my shirt, but Jacob keeps trying to steal laps from me. But as soon as I get my shirt over here, I'll get it pressed for the morning. And then, yeah, I should be good to go.
Well, man, so for those of you who aren't in the know, Derek, why don't you explain your situation to everyone?
Well, it's kind of unfortunate timing with the chase and all, but I'm having to work out of town tonight. So I'm actually in a hotel. I brought my equipment because I can't miss, because it is the playoffs. Brought all my stuff. Came into the hotel room this afternoon to set everything up. One second, let me make my lane choice here.
Oh, very important.
Give me a sec.
I
They won't get off the mic. So anyway, Alex won't get off the mic. He's telling them I can't talk. Okay, now here we go. So anyway, I'm having to work out of town, and so I brought my stuff, came to put it on the table. First thing I noticed, my shifter wouldn't fit. I'm like, well, that sucks. But the steering wheel will fit. So I put the steering wheel on there, and it fell right off. I'm like, uh-oh. So I had to improvise. Had to go old Eagle Scout. Found an ironing board, and everything fit except for the shifter. And so now I have my shifter attached to the ironing board with a phone book, an Evansville, Indiana phone book, in between my shifter and the ironing board, just to give it that extra bit of bulk to hold on to. It seems to be working. I'm playing on a 2014 Alienware laptop. I can't see left or right. I can only see straight and some of my gauges because it's a 15-inch monitor. But I'm up front right now, so I'm not going to complain too much.
Are you basically Tim the Tool Man right now? But yeah, I mean, it's just we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's going to be very interesting. But what I've been told is, in racing, the less you see, the faster you go. So we're going to see if we can apply that tonight. Well, you're in first place right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, well, been here before. I've been interviewed before at the stages, and just can't seem to always put a race together. But I just don't think they're going to let me win tonight. I think if I'm out front last lap, they're going to wreck me intentionally, because if I beat them on an ironing board, they're never going to live this down.
Well, that was rude.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, if a guy on an ironing board wins it, I think that says something even, like, to the whole iRacing community.
Yeah, I'm just.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, just give me an ironing board and some wings, and I'll beat anybody.
Speaking of wings, now what's your plan for going the rest of the week? Are you going to be able to participate in some practices or anything else for the rest of the week?
Luckily, I get to go home tomorrow night.
Ooh,
so.
KR, the pace car's diving off. We gotta go.
Yeah, you keep talking though.
All right, pace car is diving off. Derek Connolly, that was, who is bringing them to the field. They're bringing them the field to the green flag. A little bit long of an interview, so we're sorry about that, Derek. But the green flag is out. The field getting up to speed, and it does take a while for these cars to get going, as they are geared so slow, or not slow, geared so low that it takes a while for them to get through the gears and get up to the top speed and push as hard as they can. So I'd say in about a lap or two, we'll see these guys at full steam and get some real racing done.
Real racing as they go down the backstretch 3 wide with Jacob Sayers in the middle. Derek Conley and Josh Milam working that high side. They are going to get around Sayers cleanly and drop down in front of him. There we're back down to 2 wide as we go through 3 and 4. Onto the front stretch they come. Who is going to lead this one is Alex Green in the 15. Where did he come from? He's out front right now. He is challenging for the lead.
Yeah, he started in 3rd place that last restart, and with Jacob Sayers falling back quite a bit, that left Alex Green to be the leader on that inside line there.
So Alex Green battling for the lead here, along with Derek Conley. Those two are your front runners, both inside and outside, but teammates working together here in the 28 and the 7. And Alex Green right now working with the 91, as the 91 of Ernie Williams is a teammate to the 7 and 28. So you got to wonder, when will he abandon the 15 and join his other teammates?
I don't know if he's gonna. I think he wants to, from talking to Derek and all the other FSR guys a couple times, some of these guys have preferences of where they like to run, and I do believe Ernie was one of them that really liked running on that inside line.
Ernie right now is hugging that inside line as we're going to go 3 wide with Robert Payne in the 3, coming up right through the middle. Jacob Sayers losing a few spots here as they go down the backstretch, and Sayers trying to hold on to this thing and falling through the field. Being in the chase as he is, he needs to have a good run, a good showing out here tonight. So maybe he's just trying to take care of his car.
Kelly Milam on the high side looking to take it 3 wide, but nobody really wants to help him out. He's trying to get around Cody Ober and possibly get with the rest of his team there, and Josh Milam and Derek Connolly. And we know the whole the father-son duo thing is going on, so I know those guys work well together.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh my goodness, it's a stage already.
And that was the end of the stage. So we had just a quick shootout for that, as we completely missed it. I blame Randy.
I was into it.
We kind of were. I was sitting there watching, enjoying the side-by-side racing, and stage number 1 ends, and Alex Green in the 15 is going to be your stage 1 winner. How about that, folks? Alex Green, sneaky Alex.
Can we make that his nickname?
We can, sure. Let's see if we can get a word in with him real quick.
Yeah, well, and tell him that is now Sneaky Alex.
Alex, this is KR up in the broadcast booth. Got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna take a executive decision here from the broadcast booth, and you are now known as Sneaky Alex.
I mean, that seems to be the only way I get anything, huh?
That mean you get the 5-finger discount on everything?
Anyways, Alex, stage win. You kind of come up from
First one
the
all
middle
season,
of nowhere.
mind you.
Sure, and you look great doing it. But man, how'd that work out for you? How'd you get to the lead? Because all of a sudden there you were.
A little bit of teammate stuff going on there. I think most of Tristan, Jacob, all those guys. I knew Derek was probably going to take the high lane, try to break them up a little bit, and I had fuel olive right there. Just so happened, I don't know if Jacob got scared of me pushing him or what he was trying to do, block Derek, but I just got the run, and Ernie on that last lap finally gave me a little bit enough to get me a lead there, 3 wide. So just kind of worked out, them fighting each other, and I took advantage of it.
Well, congratulations on the stage win. Looks like you're headed for pit road, so we'll let you concentrate on that, but hopefully this will lead to a second stage win.
Yes, sir. Good way to start the chase, no doubt about that.
All right, that is Alex Green as he hits pit road. Driver for DEI Wannabes in that 15 machine. So stage 1 over already. Things happening very fast out here at Talladega as Josh Milam in that 7 machine locked the tires up and got into the wall there. Still trying to get into his pit stall. Still trying to.
Really detrimental as he still hasn't even gotten in his box, it looks like, and Jacob Sayers has already pulled away, so he's going to lose a couple spots here.
Race off pit road, shaking the field up. Meanwhile, the 14 of Cody Eldred decided he is not going to make a pit stop. He has stayed out for the moment. So Cody in that 14 machine, I don't know if he maybe missed his pit stall. Decided not to pit, but cannot make it on fuel from here. But he does have a few laps.
Yep. Yeah, okay. I looked wrong. I'm sorry. Chase Berry also hasn't pitted yet as well.
Chase Berry was 1 lap down, so he is probably cycling around and going to hit pit road when he catches up to the field.
Good thinking.
So Chase getting back on the lead lap. Field a little bit jumbled up right now. So while we get everything sorted, we're going to step away and we'll be right back after this.
The car behind me is my Chili Bowl midget, the one that I won the Chili Bowl with. And what's interesting about that is it's actually the car that iRacing scanned that's going to be available to all the iRacing members out there.
Alright, welcome back to MaxSpeedTV with the OP Superspeedway Series, and we are getting ready to go green once again for Stage 2 with Robert Payne leading the field right now with Kelly Milam on his outside, Cody Ober in third, and Ernie Williams Jr. in fourth. That's going to be your top four in your first two rows for this next restart. I'm expecting a lot of good racing here. We've seen, oh, everybody did pit this time now. To update. I think we could see a lot of type racing, maybe some green flag pit stops in this next stage. What do you think, KR?
The second stage might be a time to just settle in, run some laps, log in those laps, and learn who you can work with. Stage 1 seemed to be a bit hectic. But a lot of these guys trying to get to the front here, especially these chase guys, and that will create some pressure and some tendencies to react in a way you wouldn't necessarily react. But Kelly Milam and Robert Payne, those are our front runners here. Robert Payne is the leader in control of this field here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Here they come, headed right at you. And Robert Payne, Kelly Milam side by side. We got cars splitting around in the back there, but they're gonna get that settled out, get formed up nice and neat. Now that inside line with Kelly Milam and Ernie Williams starting to pull away. Here comes the 51 of Travis Elliott, hoping to clear the 3 of Robert Payne, but Robert Payne got some help from a teammate in the 8 machine of Cody Ober.
Yeah, and that, to catch you back up, that was the 105 of Len McNeese. It looked like he almost missed a shift or something on that restart to cause him to drop back, but he is catching back up, and he's with that second pack right now. Still able to hold a draft and possibly get caught back up to that front pack and run back through the field here.
So Lynn missing a shift, working with what seems to be a second pack starting to form up, but they're close enough they might be able to suck up to this lead group here. Nobody seems to really be far enough back to lose some draft, so we'll see just how close everyone can end up running here.
Yeah, and this front pack is double file as we've seen all night. Nothing really going on right now. I would expect to see some 3 wide here in the next 5 laps to try and shuffle up the field a little bit and see if we can get some new leaders.
Still side by side out front, several rows deep. Down into the tri-oval they go. Kelly Milam on the high side working with the 91 of Ernie Williams. Those two are FSR drivers. And down on the inside, Travis Elliott in the 51. Sure, I went for a wild ride, gave my car wings, took off to the sky, but here I am back out front. He has made his way to the lead, which was where he was when he decided to grow wings.
Derek Connolly let off the gas a little bit on that outside line to let Josh Milam in so that they can work together. That's just what I'm seeing right now. I'm zoomed out, so I can't see too many car numbers unless they come flying by me here. Tristan Walker back in 11th place. He was on the high side just a second ago. Now he's on the low side. The super speedway racing can be hard to follow sometimes.
Our stage 1 winner, Alex Green, in that 15 machine. Right now, he is working that high side, kind of in the middle lane, not in the 3rd lane high side, but catching up to Cody Ober in the 8. Those two might work together. You got to keep your eye on Alex Green. not only did he sneak up on us and win that stage there at the end of stage 1, but he likes to kind of force the issue from time to time and create a bit of excitement.
Yeah, and as you say that, I think he's looking to create some excitement here and make a third line go on that outside coming through the tri-oval. Now he's 3 wide with Derek Connolly and I couldn't see who
Josh
that was.
Milam in the 7.
The yellow car.
Oh, the yellow car? I don't have a yellow car.
Let me find. That is going to be a little bit further back. The 14 of Cody Eldred.
Alright, we're riding on board with the 7 of Josh Milam as Milam goes around through 3 and 4. Milam is in the chase. We do have a 5-race chase format here. So each one of these is going to be very important. You got to get the most that you can, because if you miss just one, that is going to have huge implications in your overall performance. You know, when you got 10 races, it only is a 10% loss, so to speak. But when you got 5, that's a 20% loss. So it's very important to do a good job in each one of these. And if someone does have a bad race, that's going to do it for them. I feel you got to be perfect here in these next 5 races.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a little bit of give, but because right now you've got 8 drivers, so there's a little bit of wiggle room if something happens to where you can still be in that top 4 to transfer over. But come the top 4, you're not going to have a lot of room to wiggle around and try and be sneaky per se on working your way through. You're going to want to be up top the entire time.
Want to check in on the 37 of Glenn Bundren. Glenn out here tonight. Glad to see Glenn here with us. Glenn is he had a race win, but some things happened and it was considered encumbered as the 11 of Chase Berry. Gonna go up towards the wall there. Looks like he made contact with the 07 of Scott Bellum. They got it sorted out, and that is all well and good. We do have one car that has packed it up and headed home. That is the 61 of DJ Mitz. Oh, no, never mind. My timing screen just decided it was gonna black him out. So DJ Mitzel and Lynn McNeese, these two running around in the back here. They are scored on the lead lap, but running 21st and 22nd, 5.1 seconds behind this lead group.
Yeah, I've just seen a little bit of contact between the 88 of Josh Durham and the 11 of Chase Berry. It kind of looked like they got a little bit of nose to bumper action going on, and it got the 88 of Josh Durham a little bit loose, and he was able to save it and not go get airborne there. So kept a green flag and keep these guys racing. I'm expecting to see some green flag pit stops here soon.
That Josh Durham and that 88 machine running a Taco Bell paint scheme. He is in the chase here tonight. And the reason for the Taco Bell, he said, hopefully the grease will help me slide through the air faster.
I think he was saying they sponsored him with a couple Crunchwrap Supremes or something like that.
Quesaritos?
Never heard of it.
The Doritos, they use like the Doritos to wrap their stuff in. Yeah, I don't know. Dorito queso? I don't know.
I like Taco Bell.
Who doesn't like Taco Bell?
I don't have an answer for that one.
I have a few answers for that one.
Oh.
But they're not polite.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Well, back to the racing. Oh, look at this. I mean, we missed this. Dwayne Cooper, he is running in second position, first car on that outside line right now after getting in a big wreck early on. He's back up to second position running very well as a chase driver, mind that.
Dwayne in the chase, running that high side here. He is out front, and Dwayne kind of is the type of guy that likes to be out front. He's always pushing hard to get there, and you know what? That tends to come out as a little bit sometimes as aggressive or too rough, too aggressive or too rough. But I like Dwayne's driving style, and that he's always on the go.
You know, I've raced with Dwayne a lot, and I mean a lot, and he does race a little bit more on the aggressive side. I don't want to say he's an aggressive driver. I want to say he's a pusher. He wants to get to the front. He wants to be known, that he wants his presence known, like, hey, I'm here. And my driving style and his kind of clash a little bit, because at the first part of the race in a super speedway like this, I'm going to ride in the back a little bit and make my way to the front. Dwayne makes his way to the front from the start, and it's so cool to see how he does it too, because my aggressive side doesn't come out until the last 10-15 laps, of where I need to put somebody else in front of everybody else, and I'll push the daylights out of them. But Dwayne's out there making moves every second he can.
We're riding on board with Dwayne, looking out the front. But now, you know what? Let's switch it. Let's look back at this hungry field of drivers. All these guys want to have a race win here tonight, whether they're in the chase or not. It's going to be hard to keep back all 22 other drivers if you're that one guy coming to take the checkered flag.
And, oh man, you know, someone very, very close to me once said, he said, if you're racing and you're not racing for the win, what's the point? So all these guys are really looking for that race win. They all showed up here for one thing and one thing only, and nobody shows up to get second. And that's what we're going to see here soon at the end of this race, is these guys are going to all be really aggressive, trying to make their way through the field. I mean, Alex Green was just in the middle line and kind of pushing people out of the way, and I don't want to say pushing people out of the way, but forcing them to go high, and it crossed them over a little bit and took that spot. So lots of strategy moves being made here.
Speaking of strategy moves, these guys, some of them are getting real close on fuel, but we're also getting real close to the end of the stage, so it's going to be interesting. Is someone going to try to win the stage and maybe run out of fuel before they can make it back to pit road? I can almost envision that happening, as they have just enough fuel to cross the start-finish line for the end of the stage, but not enough fuel to make it back to pit road.
Yeah, I don't know how, oh man, it's kind of scary. Because that's a huge gamble to make, because if you run out of gas, you're going to have to get to the pit lane anyway, and who knows, maybe you're going to have to tow. Maybe nobody wants to help you get around and push you to the pit lane.
3 wide action through 3 and 4 as Josh Milam going to the high side here. He looks like he's got some guys who are thinking about helping him, haven't fully committed, and now they do. They form up nicely. That has left the front row, front 6 cars, 7 cars to start to break away a little bit. We're going to see a good run coming from these guys that are in that 3-car pack on the high side, coming off of turn number 2 down the front stretch. So we're getting close to the end of the stage here. Final time around. Caution won't come out when they cross the line this time.
Ooh, as we see a whole line of cars getting ready to go 3 wide. That's a 3, the 8, and the 15 getting ready to go 3 wide here. Possibly, maybe they're going to tuck back down, but it looks like, as of this very second, it looks like Dwayne Cooper is going to win the stage, barring any hard pushes from that outside line.
Here comes the 51 of Travis Elliott, and it looked like Elliott at the line.
I think Elliott might have had a nose on him, and that was such a close race. Huge push on that outside line to get the stage win for Travis Elliott.
So caution flies here for the end of stage number 2. And we think Travis Elliott got it, but we are waiting for confirmation from race control. These guys are still going around here. Getting real close on fuel here. So some of these guys probably nervous. You know, running wide open here. Who could save fuel, who can't? If you ran out of fuel now that you're under yellow, that would be embarrassing. And it is confirmed, Travis Elliott is your Stage 2 winner out here tonight at Talladega. So congrats to Travis Elliott picking up the second stage win here tonight inside this chase. So both stages going to chase drivers here.
Yeah, that's huge, because now that's going to carry a lot of momentum into the finish of this race, as well as the rest of the season. I know you said there's only 5 races left, but at the same aspect, 5 isn't a big number, but races, that's huge. You still got a lot of time before the championship where it's going to be finally decided.
Field is caught up to the pace car. We'll wait and see who hits pit road here, and then we will get an interview in with our Stage 2 winner of Travis Elliott. That green machine, 51 Monster green machine, he pulled that one off. I thought you said Dwayne Cooper was going to win. What happened there?
I think you heard me.
Well, maybe you should have whispered it.
Okay.
I can still hear you.
They're coming down pit road this time. You know, speaking of the Monster green machine, I could definitely go for a Monster right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're welcome to go get one. I'm going to just stick to my adult sodas. On pit road, everyone seems to be coming down pit road, hitting their stalls cleanly for the most part. Kelly Milam in the 46, he's pulling away. Dwayne Cooper, though, first one off of pit road.
Yeah, that was he made it out pretty quick. I was watching everybody else, and then Dwayne's coming down pit road. Travis Elliott making it out in 5th place, so he must have been really low on fuel.
Travis Elliott looks like he maybe even took 4 tires. Everyone else fuel only, so that would be my guess there with the time frame of Travis Elliott's pit stop. So stage 2, flag to flag, everything was clean and green. So guys, we're gonna step away, set up the final sprint to the end here, and we will be right back after this.
I took a good look at myself. I got a little older and put the bottle back on the shelf. I got a little older. I put away those childish things. I got a little older. Well, I got a little older.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The field is formed up as they are working their way down the backstretch. We are on caution number 4 for 13 laps. We got 51 laps to go here tonight. Final stage of tonight's event, and it is shaping up to be a wild ride. We got through stage 2 caution free. Stage 1 had a few issues, but once everyone settled in, found their groove, things really started to click off here. So coming into the final stage, Randy, Dwayne Cooper's out front, but Kelly Milam down on the inside here. It's going to be a tough pick who's going to have the lead coming off of turn 2.
Well, judging by that inside line being so long, I'm going to say it's going to be Kelly Milam. As a green flag is out and Kelly Milam and Dwayne Cooper getting their jumps, Jacob Sayers and 71 of Stephen Herman on that second row, pushing those guys to the lead in second place, I guess you could call it. But coming out of 2, I think right now it's going to be Kelly Milam. He's got a lot of momentum behind him, and Jacob Sayers is right on his bumper. Stephen Herman is hanging back a little bit. I think he wants to get around Dwayne Cooper.
Looking like he's trying to make something happen on the high side here, but deciding to stay tucked in, pushing on his bumper here a little bit. Not really sure how that's going to work out, but looks like everything gets sorted. I do want to apologize. We didn't get a chance to talk to our stage 2 winner here. We're going to try and get caught up with that. If we get another yellow, we'll see what's going on in the 51 driver, Travis Elliott, just as soon as we can. Dwayne Cooper diving down to the bottom. Kelly Milam now in second, and that will put Stephen Herman in that 71 machine out front for the high side.
Ooh, Kelly Milam taking it to the outside this time. And I do recall the last time I talked to Kelly Milam, he said, I was asking him his lane preferences, trying to get a little bit of knowledge on how he likes to drive, and he really likes that outside line. He said these Xfinity cars are so much faster on a long run with a good lane behind them. They're so much faster on that outside line, and it's not like a noticeable faster, but they are faster out there, he said.
Well, Kelly Milam looks like he's got that car chugging as he led that lap right there across the line. That 46 machine, Kelly Milam wanting to win this thing and set the tone for the rest of the chase championship. Stephen Herman pushing him, and we got one coming up fast on the high side. That is the 95 of Jordan Wright. He is working that third groove now, running that Omni Feed and Supply. We got to talk to Jordan earlier in this pre-race show. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, some really cool information was thrown around there. The 17 right now of Tristan Walker trying to get Jordan Wright out front.
Yeah, they've got a good little line going there, and it would not be a surprise very shortly for these guys to be running 3 wide for the lead again, and I think that's what's going to happen.
The Taco Bell car gets into the wall. Josh Durham all over the place. We got one upside down. That is the 61 of DJ Mitzel. These guys, though, they are down below the racing surface. The 37 of Glenn Bundren involved as well.
No caution.
No caution as this happened at the back of the pack. And then people went down below the yellow line off the racing surface. But we're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. We are watching DJ Mitzel working 3 wide here through 1 and 2. See Josh Durham get into the wall. Chase Berry making contact. Glenn Bundren going around, and Mitzel just gets up on his lid. The 88 spinning like a top. These guys went for a wild ride here at the back of the pack.
It was really unfortunate. Richard Fletcher just barely missed it at all, too. He almost got taken out a couple times.
Meanwhile, back up front, we still got guys going 3 wide here at Talladega. Plenty of room to do it. Robert Payne, first car in that 3rd lane. But Steven Squirmin' Herman in the 71 out there to help him along.
Yeah, I think these guys were thinking, that was behind me. I'm good. I didn't cause it, so let's keep on trucking. And the race isn't going to stop for those guys, so we're going to have to keep going and keep taking laps.
Alex Green in the 15 machine pushing the 46, Kelly Milam. Alex, our stage 1 winner, our stage 2 winner, the 51 of Travis Elliott. 3rd car in the inside line. Both those guys in the chase. So stage win's going to chase drivers here. But who's going to win this thing? You got a favorite car so far?
I'm going to pick Dwayne Cooper.
00 of Dwayne Cooper is your pick. A good, solid pick. You know what? I'm going to go with the 15 of Alex Green. He's one of the guys that he's sneaky. He's got those ninja skills.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Dwayne Cooper, I've watched him all racing. When he's not getting caught up in a wreck, he's up front. So as long as he stays clean, we'll be good to go. And I think he'll have a real chance at winning this, as he's getting real close to the 46 of Kelly Milam out there, and trying to get some side draft and get an edge on him.
Down the front stretch into the trial when they go, still 3 wide. Alex Green trying to make something happen on Kelly Milam. There he goes. He's going to get a nose out, but Josh Milam going to abandon Alex Green, and father-son duo there working together, but Josh not hitting Kelly Milam very square there. Has to back up a little bit, get another run at him. Alex Green falling down the order here in that 15 machine. Now he's got some help on that 3rd lane with the 07 of Scott Bellum.
They've got some good racing going on. I think, we had a chance of someone going 3 wide, but they weren't having any of it, as they just couldn't keep the momentum going on that high line at the back of the pack there. And that was Alex Green and Scott Bellum, I do believe.
Alex Green really falling back here with Scott Bellum. Both those cars got some damage on their quarter panels on the right side. Scott Bellum got some damage all around his back bumper. Randy, any ideas how Scott Bellum got the damage to that back bumper?
The only thing I could think of would be when Scott got turned on pit road. That might be the only time I see any chance of him getting any damage, but I can take a look here real quick.
As we ride on board with Alex Green in the 15 machine. The pack up ahead, still working 3 wide. These guys have been running side by side for 54 laps here tonight. We got 94 total laps to go.
And I was correct, it has been on his rear bumper for quite some time now. He got that damage when he was on pit road, and 17 of Tristan Walker got into the back of him, and he went around for a little bit of a ride.
Want to check in on the 43 of Richard Fletcher, the 14 of Cody Eldridge.
We got contact up into the yellow flag is out. I think that's the 8 of Cody
That
over.
is Squirmin' Herman in the 71, spinning like a top on his roof. That car is not going to flip over. He is going to stay on his lid. The 17 of Tristan Walker gets going. We're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay as we're under another caution here. Another car has gone flying through the air. This time, unfortunately, it was Squirmin' Herman in the 71. Hard contact between him and the 17. Robert Payne on the 3rd lane there got into the wall, and that's kind of what started this chain reaction. As it slowed him down, cars tried to squeeze by. Everyone just seemed to run out of room. We ride on board with Robert Payne. Well, no, that's Kelly Milam. That's Robert Payne. There we go. Robert gets into the wall a little bit. Tags the 17. The 17 all the way down on the apron. So, a wild ride once again with cars going airborne.
Yeah, definitely a wild ride, and it's definitely cool to see. I mean, when you're in the car, I mean, it's not fun to go upside down, but just watching it kind of barrel roll is kind of cool.
So Robert Payne in the 3 gonna hit pit road. He's got a fast repair left. He needs to use it as that front end looks very crumpled. Tristan Walker in the 17, heavily damaged from this caution as well, along with several other drivers. But the race on pit road right now, Kelly Milam in his pit stall. He's going to pull away, but here comes Dwayne Cooper in that 00. Looks like Dwayne Cooper going to win the race off pit road.
He's been pretty good off pit road. That's 2 for 2. He's able to get off pit road in first place.
All right, so let's get a moment. Let's talk to our stage 2 winner, Travis Elliott. Travis, this is KR and Randy up in the broadcast booth. You got your ears on, bud?
10-4.
You won stage number 2, and now you're running in 6th place. But I'll tell you what, stage number 1 didn't necessarily go the way you had planned, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. For a second in that wreck on like lap 5 or 4 or 5 or whatever, I was in the catch fence and I thought I was gonna flip over the wall and have like a 5 or 6 minute tow. But thankfully I didn't, and got to, win stage 2. So pretty good.
Well, here you are, running and scored 5th place right now as I yawn, and I apologize. But 5th place for you right here. Strategy going forward as we're under yellow. Gonna have roughly 30 laps to go or so in this thing. How do you plan this out?
Well, me and my team we're looking at the fuel window and trying to find the best spot to pit without going too many laps down or even a lap down, which it's Talladega, it's a big track, so just a lot of planning. Unfortunately, these cars are getting so hot, like you can probably keep under a car for 2 laps at most and you start getting hot, so that's something to look out for. But just pretty much planning the gas mileage for the rest of the race, going backwards instead of looking forward.
How does a driver play fuel mileage here on a super speedway track?
Pretty much you're just kind of counting laps and seeing what the other stages are going. Stage 2 and all green, so we kind of have an idea for what the window would be to make it to the end. Hopefully just a 1-stop instead of a 2-stopper.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations on winning stage number 2. We're just trying to get caught up, as it's been a bit of a fun night up here in the broadcast booth for us.
Oh, it's been a fun night on this track, I can tell you that.
Well, it looks like a lot of fun, but good luck to you. Hopefully we'll catch you again in victory lane.
Hope so.
All right, that is the driver of the 51 machine, Travis Elliott. Travis, any final shout-outs, thank yous you'd like to give while you got a chance?
You guys at Max Speed, Alex, Cody, and Robert, Mark for race control, and my teammates at JSI.
All right, there you go. Travis Elliott, part of JSI Motorsports. Told you we'd get a word in with our Stage 2 winner.
Yeah, and I just got a question. Do you know what JSI stands for?
Some say that it stands for Jacob Sayers Incorporated. Others say it stands for Just Send It.
I wasn't sure. I know the DEI and Fuel and all those guys. I know all theirs, but I wasn't sure about them.
Yeah, that's it's up for grabs. It depends on who you ask.
So we should ask Jacob Sayers and everybody, and then everybody else.
Yeah, I think so. That'd be a
Alright.
good way to do it. Do
We
the
could
law
do that.
of averages, whatnot.
Yeah. 1 on 17 million.
Yeah.
437.
And the one guy who's different. That's the correct answer.
I don't think that's how math works. I know you're not the best at math, but that's not usually how it works.
I can spell math.
I don't
Does
know
that
if
count?
I can. I don't think I can spell math.
We know you can't count.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, we still love you.
Well, that's good.
Alright, folks. Lights have gone out on the pace car. DJ Mitzel and the 88 of Josh Durham getting their wave around here. They got a long way to go to get caught back up to the pace car. Josh Durham and the 88 being in the chase, not really what he wants to do right now, but he is going to be able to get back on the lead lap, so that will be good for him. But he's been having a rough night out here tonight. Didn't qualify very well. Still not running too well at this point in the race, but you know, he's got some laps. He can make something happen.
Anything can happen at this point. I mean, we still got lots of laps left. Just under 40 laps left, but there's still so much racing left to do here, and lots of moves can be made. We could see some more cautions. We could see it all go green flag, and like Travis Elliott was just saying, it may just be a one-stop race.
From here on out, if you can save fuel and make it on one stop, that might make the difference. But then again, if you just gamble a little bit too hard and get it wrong, you run out, you got a lot to lose here at Talladega.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you run out on and right at the entrance or the exit of pit road, that's a long walk back or pedal back to the pits, and it'll end your night for sure.
All right, so field working their way through 3 and 4. Lights are out on the pace car. I'll tell you what, we're going to ride around with the 51 of Travis Elliott on this restart. So hold on to your hats, folks, because Elliott going to take us for a ride here. Got to work their way down through the tri-oval, get through the gears cleanly, and then defend any challenges where someone else has gotten through the gears better than you.
Green flag, green flag.
I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue as how slow these things take to get up to speed. But the green flag is out. Kelly Milam on the inside, Dwayne Cooper on the outside, and as we've seen, that outside line has came a little bit more alive than we're used to where Dwayne Cooper may have a little bit of a chance here. But Chase Berry is falling back hard alone on that outside line right now.
Chase Berry in the 11 dropping through the field very quickly. He is going to slide in behind the 88 of Josh Durham. Josh able to get back on the lead lap, and now he is in with that lead group. Meanwhile, the 17 of Tristan Walker, he is now the last car on the lead lap. Stephen Herman in the 71 machine, he has scored 1 lap down, but he is the only car right now that is 1 lap down. So if he gets another caution here real quick, he's got a chance to be back on the lead lap, and then we will have all of our drivers still out on track, still on the lead lap.
Yeah, caution would definitely be beneficial for him, but I don't think guys like Dwayne Cooper or Kelly Milam want to see a caution for another 15-20 laps at least.
All right, guys, we haven't done it yet, but let's go ahead and do a little bit of crank it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne Cooper, as we look out the back of him at Jacob Sayers, driver for JSI Motorsports. Jacob Sayers is in the chase along with Dwayne Cooper. A lot of the chase drivers starting to make their way to the front here tonight as we are on lap 63 and 94. I'll tell you what, this is shaping up to be a good run here. We might see some green flag pit stops, and when we see these green flag pit stops, it really shakes the field up, really starts to spread them out. and then we see who's got what.
Yeah, if I'm one of the front runners, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna try and wait a little bit to see if somebody's gonna wreck trying to get on pit road. I know I do that strategy all the time. I'm usually the last person going into the pits most of the time to try and draw out a caution, I guess you could call it, so that I stay up front even after my pit stop.
Coming off of turn number 4, we got some big wiggles there a little bit. Looked like we were gonna have an accident as Ernie Williams dived down to the bottom, and I saw someone else get sideways. But everything got sorted out. Ooh, man, almost again. Jacob Sayers in the 39, really getting close down to Ken. There it goes. Kelly Milam spinning like a top, hard contact onto the ground, and a lot of drivers getting caught up in this one. Several drivers making contact with cars. Jordan Wright involved, Robert Payne, Cody Ober crab-legging down the backstretch. Alex Green, and he is going to make contact as well with the car. Alex Green, post-crash activity here, spinning out Cody Ober. We have got a lot to dissect right here, and it starts up front with Jacob Sayers in the 39 machine. Dwayne Cooper, Kelly Milam, all just team up against Jacob Sayers with nowhere to go in that. Kelly Milam going for a wild ride, spinning like a top in the air, helicoptering and landing on all 4 tires hard. We're gonna watch this from the nose of Alex Green. Alex almost gets through it. Driver's still crashing in front of him, and then all of a sudden, there is no hole. He's going to spin it out here, but once he gets going again, he's going to make contact with Cody Ober as he tries to spin around here. That 46 took a crazy ride.
Yeah, you can get nauseous spinning around that fast.
Especially with a VR headset. Oh yeah, that'd mess you up in a hurry.
And they're done that.
All right, so field looks like some of these guys hitting pit road now. Cody Eldred on pit road. Some damage on that machine. Josh Milam, though, in the 7, he is going to stay out on track. I'm not sure that's really the move to make yet, but a lot of these guys are on pit road trying to fix some damage.
Are Josh Milam and Derek Connolly anticipating another caution shortly after, or are they going to wait to take the pit so that they can burn off a little bit more fuel so that they can make it to the end?
Ah, man, I'll tell you what, that's why I'm a broadcaster and not a crew chief. I can't make decisions like that.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't make good decisions.
Well, you're a pretty good driver on the dirt tracks.
Yeah, I can win on the pavement too.
I don't know about that. Not with me on track.
Yeah, problem is when you're out on track, there's a whole lot of cautions.
I don't know if you're in the same race as me then.
No, usually not.
Yeah. That whole strength of field thing. I get it.
Yeah. It must stink having a 1500 I rating. Oh, the fun things we do in iRacing.
I think I've got a picture of you wrecking me somewhere, actually.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And you know, it just
Listen,
if you look at the
if you ruin my chances for political office because I touched you inappropriately, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh my goodness. No, I was gonna say that in the picture you can see that it was almost deliberate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh well, my car's sideways and yours is straight on, so.
You obviously don't know how to drive.
I don't. You might be right, but.
Oh, Randy, I tell you what. It's been a fun journey with you. I'm gonna miss you when you decide to do that thing over there.
Broadcast with BRN?
Yeah. No.
No. I was gonna say, I told you, I'm here. I'm here. We're good.
No. Go get deployed.
Oh, that's fine.
How you?
Ain't nothing but a thing.
How am I gonna do a broadcast without you?
I'll tell you what. Take some really early morning leagues, and we can do it.
I'm not sure that my 7 to 5 job is gonna like that.
Well, I mean, that's okay.
Well, all right. You taking a laptop with you?
Yes, I am. But
with iRacing and everything?
It has iRacing. But that's like my test laptop. Like if something's a little fishy, I test it out on the laptop before I put it on the desktop.
Ah.
You know, like maybe.
So what you're saying is it's got lots of viruses.
Maybe 1 or 30.
That's all right. Once you get once you have one virus, you might as well just get them all.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh. It's not like, you know, trying to collect trophies.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going somewhere else, but nope. I mean, you know, trophies, you can't say that. That's a completely different thing.
But I want all the trophies.
We weren't talking about trophies. We were talking about viruses.
Well, who started talking about trophies?
Chad?
Listen, I do not like Chad. That guy shows his face. He's done for.
I think I've got a picture of him somewhere.
Was it the Chad?
It was the Chad.
Who was the Chad?
The Chad.
Oh, the things under yellow can get a little bit crazy. I don't know. I'm having fun, Randy. Are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having fun. You know what?
YouTube chat, you guys having fun?
It's never going to be the same. You will never hear us talk about the exact same thing.
No, sometimes we play commercial breaks during these cautions, but
I don't think the chatter stops, though.
No, I didn't feel like playing a commercial. I just felt like people should get a peek behind the scenes of what really happens in a broadcast.
I agree.
You know, sometimes they want to see that. Now, is watching these cars go 6 miles an hour a blast? No. But I'll tell you what, you're going to learn something from one of us, and we won't even know we taught you something. We're
You learn
not
something
that
new
smart.
every day. You learn something new every day.
You want to know what I learned today?
What?
I learned, you're going to get a kick out of this. I learned it is not a good idea to sleep for 2 hours and 48 hours.
But yeah, that sounds like a non-normal thing to do.
No, it's not a good idea. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, and I'm not saying that if you do it, you're crazy or anything. Just saying it's not a good idea.
I mean, it all depends on how many 5-hour energy shots you take.
I don't like shots in the arm.
No, the little bottle things that you buy at the gas station for like $1.99 that don't work.
Oh, you mean the fireball?
No. You remember? Okay. Remember Clint Boyer? He was sponsored by 5 Hour Energy for like, I don't know, most of his career. Yep. Those things. You know, the little shots and the little bottles. But pace car's diving off.
It is. You ready? How about you take us to green?
Oh boy. Pace car's diving off. Derek Connolly on the inside row front. Josh Milam on the front of the outside row. Tristan Walker in the 17 on the inside line, second row, and the 84 of Aspen Belvin on the outside in the second row. Derek Connolly leading these guys to the green flag, the oh so long awaited green flag as it's out, and Josh Milam gets a massive jump. I'd expect him to either dive to the inside or wait for Derek Connolly to catch up so that he can hop up with the outside line there. But we've got the Tristan Walker. Ooh, Josh Milam going for a ride down on the bottom off track. Almost brings it back up on track and collects the 51 of Travis Elliott.
We're going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Y'all can see exactly what happened. Down into turn number 1, Josh Milam with a good lead. Has a good shove from behind, a little bit too good of a shove. So he's going to go spinning up in front of the 51 machine. Travis Elliott, our stage 2 winner. That was a bit unfortunate for Travis Elliott. Wrong place, wrong time. He's riding around in the back like, oh no, this can't be happening. And you know, Josh Milam's thinking the same thing. He just went from the lead all the way to the back.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate for those guys because when we go green here, we're gonna have about 20 laps left, and I don't know if that's gonna be enough to get these things wound up quick enough to try and work your way through back through the field.
All right, we will step away for a moment. Aspen Belvin in the 84 is your race leader. Guys, don't go nowhere. We're going to bring you the end of this thing here shortly.
There ain't nothing you can do.
MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Richard Fletcher is out front in that petty blue 43 with Scott Bellum in the 07 right behind him. Scott Bellum, no stranger to accidents here tonight, but that has not kept him from being close to the front here, as that 07 machine's second car. He is going to go to the inside here as Richard Fletcher choosing the high side for this restart. Our caution number has climbed a little bit. We are up into caution number 7 with 21 caution laps. We got 21 laps to go, 36 lead changes. But our biggest lap leader, Kelly Milam, has led for 23 laps here tonight. And I'll tell you what, I would not count that 46 car out, even though we saw him helicoptering not too long ago. He's got a chance to make it back through the field. We do only have one car out of the race, and that is the 11 of Chase Berry. He has packed it up and he has gone home. And I'll tell you, Randy, I wasn't a fan of Chase's anyways. He needed to go home.
I liked him.
Oh, well, I guess I did too then.
He had Legos on his car.
I like Legos.
I like Legos.
No, I like you, Chase. I'm just giving you a hard time. The running joke is I made a mistake early in the season and posted the wrong picture for Chase Berry, and it ended up being a different driver. So now anytime Chase says he's going to do something, I'll be like, yeah, I'll just throw the picture of that driver up and we'll call it good.
Oh, there you go.
But field formed up. Richard Fletcher choosing the high side here. Pace car choosing to run right down the middle and slow everyone up. That's not very nice. Get out of the way, pace car. Let's go back to green.
Mustang, what do you expect?
I'm surprised it's still out front.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Pace car peeling off. Final 20 laps to go. Very long wait for this green flag to drop. Scott Bellum and the 43 of Richard Fletcher. Man, I'll tell you, that's the longest wait here at Talladega. But green flag is out, and away we go. Back under throttle. Try to get through the gears as fast and as cleanly as possible. Fletcher going to drop down to the bottom. Scott Bellum lets him have it. The 17 of Tristan Walker. He's got a run on the high side here with Lynn McNeese right behind him. Lynn, who has been running around out back. Now that it's coming down to the end of this thing, here comes Lynn battling for a chance to win this thing. Right behind Lynn is Jordan Wright in the 95. And Dwayne Cooper, your pick for tonight. No quitting that Dwayne Cooper guy. He is sitting third car in the inside row in that 00. He is hopeful for a win here, and that would really set this chase off very nicely for him.
Yeah, I've seen, man, is it just me or do we see new leaders every time we get a restart? Richard Fletcher running in the back most of the night tonight, and here he is leading laps all of a sudden. So definitely a good a plus for Richard Fletcher, because now he's out front leading laps. Tristan Walker's been kind of all over the place all night, and he's on the front of that outside line, getting pushed by Lynn McNeese. And the second car on the inside is Scott Bellum, another chase driver, I do believe. I do believe Scott Bellum is a chase driver as well. So lots of chase drivers I'm seeing in this top, or this front pack. You've got Ernie Williams Jr., Dwayne Cooper. Go ahead.
Scott Bellum was an alternate, but everyone showed up, so Scott Bellum is no longer a chase eligible driver. But yeah, he's still capable of winning. Don't let that fool you.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he can't win the race. I'm just saying look at all these chase drivers that are up front. You got Dwayne Cooper, Tristan Walker, Ernie Williams Jr., Kelly Milam, Derek Connolly, and Josh Milam, Alex Green. All those guys chase drivers, and they're all right within striking distance. All those guys could definitely get the win and really start off the race, or the chase, very well, with some extra points to get ahead a little bit.
It would be nice. Come in, win race number 1 of 5 for the chase. All 5 races will be broadcasted right here on MaxSpeedTV. Well, the rest of the 4, obviously this one's being broadcasted because you guys are watching it, which, hey, tell you what, thank you very much. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you check out the links provided down below by all of our sponsors, especially the Omni Feed and Supply. Omni made tonight's race possible, so we want to give a big shout out to Jordan Wright, as he is the owner of Omni Feed and Supplies. We got Dwayne Cooper in trouble there.
Ooh, the 91 at Ernie
Williams does end up going around, though. Alex Green getting caught up into it. Caution is going to fly once again. Looks like Glenn Bundren also caught up there. We'll go to our MaxSpeedTV replay and back this up, check and see what started it all. I saw Dwayne Cooper try and go 3 wide, maybe got a bump, a shove, any number of things happening to these cars. Thought they were sorted, but then Ernie Williams goes around, collects Alex Green, and Glenn Bundren on the brakes the whole time, watched them do synchronized spinning.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like figure skating.
Just like figure skating at 200 miles an hour. Aspen Belvin making a good move, darting to the high side there, able to get clear of incident. Dwayne Cooper in the 00 here. Looked like making contact with the 46, Kelly Milam. That is what started Ernie Williams maybe checking up. Nope, Ernie just got turned from behind. So unfortunate for Ernie here in this chase race number 1. Makes it in on points. So he needed a good run to try and recover some lost ground by not having very many bonus points. Set this thing on pole here tonight. And now he has had a rough go at it here in the last few laps. But Randy, this thing ain't over yet. We got 15 to go still.
Yep, and by my calculations, which are definitely wrong, that's still like 40-some miles. Ish.
Are you wearing
30.
shoes?
31, 17. I don't know. There's 15 laps left. KR.
But do you have shoes on? Because we know you can't count. And if you have your shoes on, you really can't count.
I have socks on.
Well, can you at least count to 2?
Do I count my thumb?
Alright, 3. We'll let you count to 4.
Alright, that's with my pinky, right?
No.
Oh. Count to 5.
Alright. You can count to 5.
Okay, alright. Good.
So now what do? Back under yellow? The commercial break? Or do we try and entertain the folks with our stand-up comedy act?
Is it really stand-up comedy or is it just improv?
Well, I know I'm not standing up. Are you standing up?
That's too much work.
So I guess that means it's improv. Oh, look at that. David Overstreet got out a calculator and said it's 39.9 exact. 15 laps to go at a 2.66 mile track gives you 39.9 miles.
That's why they pay David Overstreet the big bucks. We pay him, right?
I didn't pay him. Did you pay him? It was your turn.
Is he on the payroll?
Well, yeah, he's on the payroll. He's doing math for us.
Oh.
Well,
Maybe he's just...
You give him your cut of tonight's race.
Well, half of nothing is nothing.
Well, there you go. I just made it easier for you.
See, I mathed it up there.
Beautiful math.
You know, if you ask Siri what 0 divided by 0 is, she gives you a really long answer.
What'd she say?
I don't remember. It's really long. It's been a long time since I've done it.
Really?
Oh, you should do it sometime.
I don't have Siri. I have standards. And Siri is a little bit too high of standards for me.
David Overstreet wants us to send him the check.
Yeah, Randy will send it to you just as soon as he comes up with it.
Yeah, I'll lick the stamp and send it.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. Don't yeah.
You never heard that? I say that before every race. I say when we're at the green flag, I'm gonna lick the stamp and send it into turn 1.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta lick that stamp and send it.
Lick the stamp and send it.
Wasn't it Daniel Ricciardo who said that in Formula 1 first?
Who?
Daniel Ricciardo.
Never heard of her.
Well, she drinks beer from her shoe when she's done racing. Sounds like somebody you would like.
Are you sure it's not milk?
Yeah, pretty sure. It's called the shoey.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, you uncultured swine.
Tell you everything there is to know about Cheez-Its.
I like Cheez-Its.
Did you know Cheez-Its have 150 calories per serving?
How much is a serving?
About 25 crackers.
About 25 crackers? How many crackers are in a handful?
Hold on, I'll tell you in just a second.
Alright.
7.
7? You got
7.
tiny hands.
Oh, I just don't like overbearing my hands.
Oh.
Then the Cheez-Its get all sweaty.
How many can you fit in your mouth at one time?
I'm not playing Chubby Bunny with Cheez-Its.
Come on.
Have you ever played Chubby Bunny?
Not with you.
Was that a no? You never played Chubby Bunny?
I'm just saying, not with you.
You've never put as many marshmallows in your mouth as you could and try to say Chubby Bunny?
Listen, you'll lose that. Just saying.
I don't know about that. I got the cheeks of a chipmunk.
Yeah, but You don't come between me and my marshmallows.
See, the key is when you go to put them in your mouth, you have to smush them up.
Uh-huh.
That way you can fit more.
How many more?
I don't know. Like, I'm not a mathematician.
Well, we know that. You can't even do the rows correctly.
I have been just fine now that I have help.
Yeah, it takes you help. That's the thing.
Look, everybody needs help in life.
They do. And I apologize for pointing out your weaknesses.
It wouldn't be the first one.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, it's so fun. And you
Oh, yeah.
You point out my weaknesses.
No, never.
Well, that's because I don't have any. I am perfect.
I am an angel sent from heaven. I never do anything to mean to anybody.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't sent from heaven, but whew, I'll tell you what, it's a good time there. I think the lights are out on the pace car.
I don't think so. Maybe they are.
Well, everyone's formed up side by side.
Oh, yeah.
Man, does that mean we gotta start talking about racing again?
Better than talking about math.
Yeah, that's you know what, Richard Fletcher, Tristan Walker, they're out front for this restart. Could be their final one. Gonna get 12 to go this time when the green flag drops. Guys, this is getting ready to be intense. Round number 1 of the chase, 13 laps, now 12 laps to go when they take the green flag. You better believe these guys are going to start pushing and shoving. There it is. Green flag is out. We are underway once again. Richard Fletcher, Tristan Walker, Jordan Wright, Scott Bellum. All those guys, as Randy likes to say, licking the stamp and sending it down into turn number 1.
Ooh, speaking of sending it, we've got a couple cars that made contact and we have another caution out.
Alex Green going around. Derek Conley on the ironing board getting involved in this one. And Glenn Bundren along with Robert Payne in the 3 machine. Robert Payne looks like he's in a lot of pain as he is hugging that inside wall.
Definitely looked like a little bit of miscommunication from the spotter on my end. Not telling Alex Green that there was somebody up there.
Alex Green making contact with Derek Conley, setting off a chain reaction that caught up several drivers here. So this green flag run made it down the front part. It looks like Derek Conley has started to come down a little bit as well. So maybe Derek Conley's ironing board folded up on him.
Maybe it did. It's always an option. Well, theory.
So some chase drivers not having a good turn of luck here. Other chase drivers maybe glad that they're not involved in a lot of this stuff. But that has left Richard Fletcher still out front. Fletcher able to lead several laps here. He has led 7 laps so far. The 17 of Tristan Walker in that orange Tide machine. Walker able to lead 7 laps as well. It's been a wild race here at the end of this thing. Randy, our improv comedy, we're getting good at it.
Yeah. I do want to note before we start doing the improv, Richard Fletcher is on 18 laps on this stint. You know, we have been under caution quite a bit, but I don't know if he's going to be able to make this next 7 laps once we go green with the amount of fuel he will have. It's going to be a real gamble. And we didn't exactly get a fuel run from them earlier for that second stage, so I don't know. It's going to be a gamble.
They can get anywhere from 17, 18, very far stretched 19 laps on fuel here. But that is green flag laps, foot to the floor, holding it down. So if Richard Fletcher has done a good job at saving fuel, we might see him be able to pull this off. Once we go back to green flag racing, we're not going to have but 7 laps to go. I think he can do it.
I'll tell you what. Oop. Richard Fletcher is saving fuel. I can tell you that. I'm not telling you now how he's doing it. I can tell right now, because I do the exact same thing.
Well, he would have to be saving fuel to try and make it from here.
Well, I'm just saying, I know how he's saving fuel. I just don't want to tell you how he's saving fuel because I know people listen to the broadcast while they're racing.
What? Nobody watches this thing. You and me are talking. Who are you trying to fool? You think we have an audience?
I got 20 people that would say otherwise.
What? You can't even count that high. Where'd you pull that number from? Why are you using made-up
21,
numbers?
21 now.
Why don't you go back to algebra where they use letters for numbers? Make up some more stuff.
Make anything up.
You're making up numbers. There's no such thing as 20.
Well, Richard Fletcher's in the number 43, so there has to be a 20.
Why?
Well, 43 is greater than 20. You know the little alligator thing with the greater than sign? You never did that?
No, I was too busy eating marshmallows, which
Or
turned out to be chalk.
I was gonna say the what did they call it? Is it paste? You guys call it paste or is it glue?
Well, it depends on what flavor.
Oh my Lanta.
Rudy, Derek Conley is racing from out of town. He is in a hotel room tonight, and his hotel room, the desk would not work for his steering wheel, but he was able to find an ironing board. So he is using an ironing board as his racing surface. Ooh, I'll tell you what. All right, we're back under yellow again. Let's see if we can't talk to Richard Fletcher. I'm tired of talking to you. You're making stuff up.
What?
Man, I don't know if I'm seeing Richard in here or not.
I don't see him.
That little. All right. How about we talk? How about we talk to Dwayne? You want to talk to Dwayne?
Oh yeah, let's talk to Dwayne.
That's always a fun one. He'll join us. Dwayne Cooper, this is KR and Randy up in the broadcast booth. You got your ears on, bud?
What's up, guys?
How you doing, Dwayne?
I don't know. I'm trapped right now. I'm gonna start on the outside, but the two on the bottom is killing us, man.
Well, that 00 machine, been up front for a while now, has led a few laps. And by a few, I mean 12. Your race so far, how would you judge it?
It's been kind of up or down. I've just been trying to be smart, stay up front up here, because it seems a lot of the wrecks been in the back. But, you know, we're going to probably have one restart here, and the next yellow's probably going to kill it, so everybody's going to try to go nuts.
Well, I'll tell you what, Randy here has picked you to win this race tonight. How do you feel your chances are for this race win?
Well, I'm going to be on the outside, so if we get close to it, I got Scott in front of me, a teammate. I'm going to try to push him. If the one I'm aiming for is Trista up there, I want to finish in front of him. The rest of these guys, I don't really matter. They're behind me, but I need to get around that 17. So if they wreck, I got a chance at this thing.
Well, Randy, he's your driver for tonight. Why don't you take it away from here?
Oh, I just so if after watching it, I think I've seen a little bit of my moves.
What was that, Randy? They were walking over you.
Oh, I think I've seen a little bit of my moves tonight, watching you a little bit.
Well, you know, it's the chase. It's the first race. I don't have nothing to lose right now, so if I can force it in the middle, I'm going to do it. You know, if I got a point race next week, I will, but I'd rather get a win and be locked in.
All right, well, I am rooting for you. Really did pick you, and I think you've really got a good shot here. I raced with you enough to where I know you could put it in places where it's not always meant to go. So I'm excited to see the finish of this race, and good luck tonight.
Well, I can tell you one thing. These monkeys are fixing to be dancing on this monkey butt Chevrolet as we get going green here, because I'm going to squeeze them through there and try to grab every vine I can and swing to the front.
All right. Well, good luck for the rest of the race, Dwayne. And do you have any other sponsor shout-outs?
Well, you know, it's been a good league. Let's hope we can finish this out green right here, because I don't need a quick yellow here. I need a couple laps to be able to work this machine to the front.
All right. Well, good luck for the rest of the night, Dwayne, and we will hopefully talk to you after.
If I don't win, it's because you jinxed me. I just want you to know that.
Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Why would you say that when the man is in the broadcast booth with us?
No, I'm talking to you, Randy. He just destroyed you.
All right, well, we're going back to green, guys. I'll see y'all after this one, I hope.
All right, that is Dwayne Cooper in the 00 Nut Up Motorsports driver right there. I'll tell you, he is a character to get to talk to, and we appreciate him taking the time to do so. But yeah, Randy, I was talking to you, man. You got destroyed. He laid it down on you.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Why'd you let that happen to me?
Well, because you needed it.
No.
Are you going to be a better person now?
I'm not. I'm always a better person.
But are you going to be a better person?
Yes.
All right, good. Because we're going back green flag racing, which could be the final restart here. The 17 on the inside, Richard Fletcher in the 43 choosing the outside. Tristan Walker, Jordan Wright, Scott Bellum, and Dwayne Cooper. Kelly Milam in the mix as well. Those are your front 6 cars here for this restart. Here we go, folks. Richard Fletcher starting to edge out a little bit.
Green flag.
Green flag is out for what could be the final restart. Down across the stripe they go, heading for turn number 1. That 17 machine on the inside. He is battling back. Richard Fletcher not really mounting much of a charge here, as he doesn't have a whole lot of help behind him. Meanwhile, Dwayne Cooper pushing the 95 of Jordan Wright. Dwayne Cooper looking like he wants to lead this thing down the backstretch. Big wiggle from the inside line allows Richard Fletcher to charge right back, and Fletcher has the lead heading into turn number 3.
Yeah, this group is so tight right now. We haven't seen anything like this all night, to where these guys are so tight-knit. Usually on the restarts they were spread out a little bit, but everybody is trying to charge to the front right now, and the group is so tight, it's getting so fast.
Down into the tri-oval they go, the 17 of Tristan Walker leading another lap. We are getting down to the bump and grind part of tonight's race here at Talladega. And I'll tell you what, that 00 and the 95 looks like he's going to make a move as the 17 washed up a little bit. That has allowed Jordan Wright and the 95 to get a good run down the backstretch here, 3 wide, heading for turn number 3.
Yeah, and it looks like Jordan Wright is going to have the lead, and I personally, I'm pulling for him right now as much as I can, because he's the sponsor for tonight's race, and how cool would it be for him to bring home that Omni Chevrolet to the win in the Omni race?
The Omni Feed and Supply 250 here tonight, being led by its race patron. Man, oh man, with 5 laps to go, sorry. Math is hard for me too. But he's out front in that 95 machine.
He's got Dwayne Cooper pushing him, and I know Dwayne is not going to let up. Dwayne wants to be in front of that 17, like you said earlier. I don't think Dwayne's going to let up at all. He's going to push as hard as he can, even when those gauges start blinking.
We got 3 wide here as Tristan Walker in the 17 machine going to wash up once again. He's going to lose a lot of ground. Richard Fletcher going around. Dwayne Cooper gets involved. This is going to do it. Jordan Wright's going to win it. Big contact with the inside wall from several drivers. Man, oh man, what a wild finish here as multiple cars went spinning on the front stretch coming to the tri-oval. I'm going to go to our MaxSpeedTV replay here.
I saw a lot of chase drivers in that one as well.
Coming off of turn number 4, Kelly Milam spinning Richard Fletcher by spinning. It looked like they just made minor contact. Racing towards the end there, it's to be expected. Several drivers in the chase do go around. Kelly Milam, Ernie Williams, Josh Durham, Jacob Sayers, Dwayne Cooper. All of those guys in the chase. I'm going to watch this as they work their way down the backstretch into turn number 3. Dwayne Cooper in that 00. We see Tristan Walker in the 17 get out of place once again onto the high side here. And it's going to be overshadowed by... Well, that was unfortunate timing as the bleachers came into view while we were watching that one. Didn't see a thing there, so we'll try this once again. A lot of chase drivers involved in this one. It's gonna be hard to see a lot of these guys come back from this. But Jordan Wright in the 95 machine gonna be out front for this. I do believe we will see this finish under caution. And Jordan Wright's going to win it.
Yeah, that's awesome to see that Jordan Wright has the potential at this very second to be the winner of the Omni Feed and Supply. And I think that's going to be the 200, or Omni Feed and Supply 250 in the Omni Feed and Supply Camaro.
Well, I bet he is super ecstatic in the car right now, but we need... It's hard to judge when the lap counter is going to start. When did the field get caught up? Because we went to replay pretty quickly there. But I do think this thing is going to finish under yellow. We got 3 to go. Lights are on the pace car. If the lights don't go out next time by, we will know that this will finish under yellow. And YouTube chat, Seether RCT, which he's a driver out here. Who is it? I know
that is. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Anthony Poston beat you to it.
I had to look because I couldn't remember his name. I knew it was close to my. I knew it was close to my name.
I like him more than you. I didn't have to look. You had to look.
I knew it was close to mine, and I didn't want to get it wrong. His last name starts with Post. My last name is Post.
All right, Mr. Trillion, have a good night. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, all the way from Belgium. I'll tell you what, international superstars we are, Randy. Mr. Trillion there, Arfka. Arfka? Arfka? Arfka.
Arfki.
Yeah, I don't know. So he's from Belgium, so maybe it's pronounced Steph. You never know.
Oh, my Lanta.
Anyways, thank you guys for joining us tonight. This thing is going to finish under yellow as the lights have not gone out on the pace car.
Well, they haven't crossed the finish line yet.
Yeah, just watch. I can see the future.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't ask me how.
Oh. Oh, look at that. The lights are still on the pace car.
That's what I said. Why?
No, you didn't. I said that.
I said it like an hour ago.
No.
Listen, Randy, I am getting tired of your lip. Can you say a few more things? Because I'm kind of tired of talking too.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm really excited to hear what Jordan Wright has to say. I don't know about you. I'm super excited.
Oh, he's going to be thrilled to win this race. We got to interview him in the pre-race show. Now we're going to get to do it in the post-race show. And, man, I'll tell you what, it's a great story for the Omni Feed and Supply. And I hope you guys stick around and get to hear it. Because I when he was describing it, man, I was like, man, that is so cool. But I feel bad for Richard Fletcher and several of these other guys that were up front. Had a good race going, and but that's super speedway racing.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Jordan Wright has won a race in this series, has he not?
He has not won a race in the Monday Night League.
I know he's won stages in the Monday Night League.
He does not have a win here on the Monday nights. He may have won one of the feeder series that they are recruiting for. OP Racing does want to recruit some drivers, so if you're interested in joining this league, go ahead and hit the application button on iRacing. Look up OP Racing Superspeedway Series. Their feeder series, they run the K&N in a throwback sort of style, and then they also run the trucks. So if that's something that interests you guys, you're welcome to join them.
So, are you free on Wednesdays?
I live in America. I am free all the time.
Well, because here's the thing. I'm signed up for the Wednesdays.
Are you?
I think no, I'm not. I lied. I'm busy Wednesdays. I can't. I signed up for the K&N cars.
Did you?
I did.
I have determined that I finished 5th place in the K&N car. The only K&N race I got to do.
Is that a challenge?
Huh? No, it's
not
not
a challenge.
No.
Is that a challenge? Are you
No.
challenging me?
I mean, can you do better in 5th? In one race?
I wish you could see the face I'm giving you right now.
It's probably a face only a mother could love.
No, that's my cat.
Oh. Well, the final lap is going on. What do you think Jordan Wright's saying?
Beep, beep.
Oh man, Jordan Wright in the 95. Out front for his own race. Omni Feed and Supply 250 here at Talladega, and Jordan Wright is going to win this thing. He's got to make one more corner and it will be under yellow. Meanwhile, Richard Fletcher had a good setup going for him. He is going to be able to finish this thing on a very long fuel run. He will have been out there for 29 laps. So he stretched his fuel beautifully, but it just still didn't work out for him. But right now, Jordan Wright, it's all in his hands.
Literally. Steering wheel and everything.
Yeah. Hopefully not everything.
Why?
Just the steering wheel. If he's holding everything, that's a bit more than just the steering wheel.
Well, I mean, the steering wheel is attached to everything. So therefore he is holding everything indirectly.
Oh my. I
Marks.
see where you're going with that.
You see, yeah?
Checkered flag in the hands of our flagman. Jordan Wright waiting to cross that line, picking up his first win in the Monday Night Series, getting it done. Congratulations, Jordan Wright in that 95 machine. He is going to celebrate on the front stretch here. Jacob Sayers coming around to congratulate him. And there he goes, folks. We're going to mute our mics, set up our post-race show, and we'll be right back for that. All right, guys, welcome back to MaxSpeedTV here at Talladega for the Omni Feed and Supply 250 as Jordan Wright has won his race here for tonight. And Randy, take it away.
All right, Jordan, congrats on winning, man. I mean, that's awesome. You win your own race, really.
Yeah, I appreciate it. My luck is finally turning around. Unfortunately, one race too late, but I'll take it.
So what were you thinking all race? I mean, you saw you get caught up in a couple little incidents and maybe a little banged up, but at the end, I mean, you led the only lap that matters, really. What was your strategy going forward throughout the race?
I really wanted to be at the back the entire thing, but I qualified fourth, so it's kind of threw a wrinkle into it. So I ran a few laps, and then I fell back and stayed at the back until the third stage. And that third stage, I just made my way up.
All right. So what are you thinking for the next couple of weeks? Are you going to try and run in the back, or are you going to try and make it possibly a two-peat?
I'm going to run in the back and to fill that third stage and try to make it two-peat.
All right.
This is actually the third win in a row, though, for Three Wide Motorsports. My teammate Anthony has taken 2 of them the last 2 races.
Oh wow, that's pretty crazy. So congrats to your team. And Anthony, I know he was in chat earlier saying that he couldn't make the race because he just spaced it.
Yeah, that was stuck because I was really looking forward to at least him to have a shot at winning his third race, but I'll take it for the team.
All right, well, congrats on the Omni Chevrolet Camaro winning the Omni 250 tonight.
I appreciate it. I'd like to thank my teammate, though, DJ, who was in the race, and Anthony was in TeamSpeak helping us out.
All right, well, anybody else you'd like to give a shout out or anything to before we move on to second place here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the rest of our team there for watching the broadcast, and I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting the race. You guys always do an awesome job, and Alex, Cody, and Robert for having this leak.
All right, well, congrats again, man. That's so cool that you got to win your sponsored race by Omni.
I appreciate it. I hope you
right.
have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. All right, and I have also caught up with Aspen Belvin tonight. Aspen, you got your ears on?
Sure do.
All right, so congrats on second place, man. I seen you as well getting caught up in a couple wrecks. What was your thinking throughout the race?
Just trying to be consistent with running with everybody. You know, just trying to keep the car clean. You never know what's going to happen at the end, just like you saw with the last couple laps there. Hate to take a second place like that, but you know, admins are going to do what they want to do, and hopefully, you know, it plays out in my favor. But they're going to be the ones that get the call.
Absolutely, and being in the chase, what does this mean going forward for you next week?
I mean, definitely, if I keep the second place finish, it's going to help out a whole lot with points and everything. But just maintaining that consistency, really, just keeping my head calm, not getting caught up in, you know, 3 wide situations too much where people aren't able to hold their line too well. Just racing clean, really.
All right, well, congrats on your second place finish. Do you have any other shout outs that you'd like to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank all the guys with JSI and everything, letting me run with them. Really good group of guys. It's really awesome to talk to them and work strategy throughout the race, so hats off to them for everything they do.
All right, I do have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
And when you watch the broadcast later, you will know exactly why I'm asking this. What does JSI stand for?
Just send it.
Just send it? All right. We had a little bit of a controversy if it was Jacob Sayers Industry or if it was just Send It Motorsports.
You can make it Jacob Sayers if you want to.
All right, well, congrats again on your second place finish. And I do believe KR has caught up with the third place in Glenn Bundren.
I have caught up with Glenn Bundren, our third place finisher. Glenn, congratulations on third place out there tonight. Wasn't without its difficulties, as we saw you have to get on the brakes hard several times there. and once really lock them up as cars went synchronized spinning in front of you.
Yes, sir. It was a headache out there tonight.
I'll tell you what, though, you did a great job. Tell us about the race from your point of view.
It was fun watching everyone go through wide out on the opening stage. Wish we could have been leading at the end, but sometimes the races don't fall out in your hand. But good job to Jordan.
And Jordan with the win, you with third place. Now, you had to step away for a few weeks, but you make it back here this week. Glad to see you here. What are your plans going forward into the chase to finish out the season?
Hopefully I can run every single race. This is a good league at what Alex has put together here. And hopefully run every single race from here on to Daytona.
All right, Glenn. Well, before we let you go, is there any sponsors, shout-outs, thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, big shout out to Corey Hart, my team owner, and we are currently looking for sponsors because we are sponsorless right now. Just hit up on Facebook and I'll get you directed to the right person.
All right, Glenn. Well, congratulations on third place. Sponsors really like to see that podium finish, so Glenn pulling it off here. Man, Glenn, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. All right, Randy, I'll tell you what, this race has been a wild night, and now all that's left is the results. But before we do that, what are your final thoughts on tonight's race, the first race of the chase?
You know, I think we've got a really good group of chase drivers, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the next 4 races and how this is going to play out for them. And I think we're going to see a lot more action. We're not done seeing anything.
I would agree. This has been a wild night. The opening night for the playoffs. Couldn't have asked for a better track, a better race. Some crazy racing out there all night long. So let's get to it. Our final results. Jordan Wright winning tonight's race along with Aspen Belvin in the 84. Glenn Bundren in the 37 going to bring it home in third. We got to talk to all 3 of those guys. Derek Conley from an ironing board brings it home in 4th place. And Cody Ober rounds out your top 5. In 6th was Scott Bellum. Lynn McNeese in the 105 ending up in 7th. Cody Eldred 8th. Alex Sneaky Green finishing 9th. And Steven Squirmin Herman will round out your top 10.
All right, coming home in 11th is going to be Josh Durham. 12th, DJ Mitzel. 13th, Travis Elliott. 14th, Tristan Walker. 15th, Kelly Milam. 16th, Ernie Williams. 17th, Richard Fletcher. 18th, Jacob Sayers. 19th, Joshua Milam. 20th, Dwayne Cooper. 21st, Robert Payne. 22nd, Chase Berry. And that is going to round out tonight.
Mark Vega doing race control duties. We appreciate his services here tonight. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Coming up Monday, October 1st, the OP Racing Superspeedway does chase race number 2 at Daytona International Speedway. That will be at 8 p.m. Central, so make sure you are right here for that. And coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, September 21st or 25th, the RFC Hershey Design Series will be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the final race of their regular season. So, guys, we got a lot of action coming at you. Playoffs are kicking off all around in several of the leagues here. Make sure you're tuning in. And Randy, once again, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely, no problem.
So that'll do it. Guys, have a good night. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time.